As product people, we need the support of the stakeholders to make effective decisions, progress our products, and achieve success. But aligning them can be tricky. In the worst case, you experience endless meetings, conflicting opinions, and bad compromises. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I'll share 5 practical measures to help you manage your stakeholders successfully. I'm product management expert Roman Pichler, and I write about stakeholder management in my book, How to Lead in Product Management. The first step to succeeding with stakeholder management is to engage the right people in the right way. Now that's sometimes easier said than done. Especially in bigger companies, you can end up involving everyone. But this can take up a lot of your time and make it difficult to secure buy-in. To avoid these issues, focus your stakeholder management effort and identify the key stakeholders. And to do this, carry out a stakeholder analysis using a tool like the Power Interest Grid. As its name suggests, the grid analyzes the stakeholders and divides them into 4 groups by considering their power and interest. And these are called players, subjects, context setters, and the crowd. Once you've established the 4 groups, decide how to engage with them. The stakeholders you should make your priority are the players. These are the individuals with both high influence and interest. They're the ones you should align with closely, build strong working relationships with, and involve in key decisions. Trust is the magic ingredient in stakeholder management. When people trust you, they listen more closely and they're more likely to support your suggestions. Here are 4 tips to help you build trust with the stakeholders. First, demonstrate product competence. Know your users, understand the market, and be fluent in strategy, roadmaps, outcomes, and KPIs, not just features. Second, empathize with the key stakeholders, the players. Take the time to understand their needs and what truly motivates each stakeholder. Third, act with integrity. Be truthful and do what you say. Be honest about risks, trade-offs, and setbacks. And fourth, take ownership of your actions and their results. Be a reliable partner. Don't promise anything you cannot keep, and own your mistakes. Bear in mind that building trust isn't a one-off activity. It takes time, consistency, and patience. Alignment doesn't come from a feature list. It comes from establishing shared outcomes. While every product, team, and organization are unique, I find that product teams generally benefit from using the following 4 types of outcomes: product vision, user, customer, and business goals, product goals, and sprint goals. The vision describes the ultimate purpose for creating a product and the positive change it should bring about. The user, customer, and business goals state the needs a product should address and the business benefits it should offer. The product goals are the specific outcomes or objectives that the product should create. For example, acquire more users, increase retention, improve conversion, or reduce cost. The sprint goal finally describes the outcome you want to achieve in the next few weeks. Now, meeting a sprint goal should result in getting closer to achieving the next product goal, which in turn should help you address the user and business goals. The different outcomes are therefore interconnected and they reinforce each other. In many ways, the product goal is the most important outcome to achieve stakeholder alignment. When stakeholders genuinely support the current goal, decision-making becomes much easier. A feature request, you simply ask, does this help us achieve the product goal? If the answer is yes, you consider it. Otherwise, you confidently say no. Remember the last time someone presented an important decision and asked you to support it? How did it feel? Let me guess, it wasn't great. Now that's no surprise. People generally find it hard to commit to decisions they weren't involved in. And that's why stakeholder engagement matters so much. Involving the individuals early and regularly gives you the following 3 key benefits. First, it leads to a sense of shared ownership. This increases stakeholder buy-in, motivation, and accountability. Second, it allows you to leverage the expertise of the stakeholders, make better decisions, and set better outcomes. Third, it helps the stakeholders better understand why and how a decision was made, including its trade-offs. And this creates transparency and it builds trust. Practical ways to involve the stakeholders include inviting them to quarterly collaborative strategy workshops, encouraging them to attend sprint reviews at least once per month, and having focused one-on-one conversations when alignment is at risk. Some companies go even further and form extended product teams with key stakeholders as team members. And to learn more about this approach, watch my video, How to Build High-Performing Product Teams. The link is in the description. Last but not least, it can be hard to say no to ideas and requests. You might not want to disappoint the stakeholders or worry about having to deal with disagreements in a difficult conversation. But the truth is that successful innovation requires diverging ideas and passionate arguments. It requires the willingness to experience and resolve conflict. How can you create something new and amazing when everybody quickly agrees? In the worst case, you practice design by committee, broker a weak compromise, and agree on the smallest common denominator. One powerful approach for dealing with conflicts constructively is nonviolent communication. The framework, which was originally created by Marshall Rosenberg, recommends that in a situation of conflict, you and the stakeholder get together, share your observations, feelings, and underlying needs before making mutual requests to resolve the issue. It encourages a dialogue and wants to help people understand their perspectives and motivations. When used well, it doesn't just resolve conflict, it strengthens relationships and builds trust. To conclude, stakeholder management will hardly ever be easy, but it's one of the most powerful leadership skills you can develop as a product manager. Master it, and you don't just build better products, you'll build influence, credibility, and career momentum. I hope you found this video helpful. To learn more, attend my leadership workshop and read my book, How to Lead in Product Management. Thanks for watching.